One of the biggest stories to come out of the Canadiens Development Camp this past week has been first-round pick Gleb Pugachyov. Between his bruising style, controversial comments, and already getting into verbal battles with established NHL players, he's quickly become one of the most talked-about prospects in hockey.
I hope he's going to deliver.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I have to say about that.
You want him to be mean or meaner?
No. To be mean and playing physical, I'm not doubting that he will be. The thing is that, first of all, you need to make the team. Second of all, you need to be very physical and know about the game. And then afterwards, when your credibility is built within the league, then you can start talking.
Yeah.
Right now, as we speak, he's a rookie. He didn't even start the training camp. I would have loved him to be able to.
Yeah, he wasn't there, huh? He wasn't there
because he had problem with his visa. Apparently, he was in New York and he was not able to get into Canada. Apparently, that's what I read. But I would have loved to see him in the white and red game. I'm not quite sure he would have been physical because he was not too physical. I think that they just played hockey.
He just takes out like three prospects.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing.
Places,
They
So
wanted to. They
Isn't
really
that a
wanted.
sign that, like, when I see things like that, like just two places, and you're like, why would someone just go up two places? Isn't that Montreal's way of saying they actually see this guy higher than he actually is?
Yeah.
I could take it like that for
So
sure.
when I now knowing how Ken Hughes is thinking and all these guys, the way I'm like, what is he seeing that we're not seeing?
Yeah.
Why doesn't he see him at 28 and sees him at 26?
Yeah.
Like, it was that important that he was afraid to lose him
Exactly.
for two picks.
Yeah.
For two picks.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's a message.
And he was probably on the list of the previous, the two teams.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
But it tells me that there's definitely teams that were looking at him.
Yeah.
And he's a big boy.
He's a big
now,
boy.
is he going to play like a big boy?
Exactly.
Or is he going to play like we were saying before? Guys like Laney.
Yeah.
Guys like, these big guys that just play like 5'10" guys. They have all this weight. And
I watch, obviously they're just videos, right? But I browsed a little bit to verify where he was playing. He's very physical.
Finishes his checks.
Exactly.
He's very, very.
And he doesn't want to make a check. He wants to hurt you. Yeah. That's how he is, where he's playing. So I don't think he's going to change his style.
But he can also score and shoot.
Yeah.
There's some highlights of him.
He's very skilled. Don't get me wrong, but his main.
He's big. He's big. Like, you don't see too many 6'3", 225 agile guys that are just on the break.
The thing is that
he does score.
Where he's playing right now, is he one of the biggest player, as an example, of the league?
Yeah.
Right.
That's it. So he stands out.
Yeah. So if you're 6'3",
the KHL, no? Is he in the KHL? He's not in the KHL.
I know he's not in the KHL. No, it's not KHL. If ever you play in the league and you're the biggest player of the league, you're able to stand out, right? Because you can destroy whatever is in front of you.
Yeah, you're playing with kids. Right?
But when
you're in a man's body and you're playing with kids.
Exactly. But when you reach the level where everybody's your size,
NHL is a different game. It's a totally different.
That's a different ballgame. Yeah.
Also, what I was gonna say was, I think it's mostly because this guy Nick Bobrov.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was probably the main reason why they traded up, because this guy's been really finding these gems in
correct
in Russia, right?
Yeah.
Like Zarowski, he's the one who really pushed for Zarowski. I'm sure this guy has something to do with like telling Hughes trade up, like we should get this guy, trade up from like.
You were talking about Zarowski. I'm just praying we're not going to trade this guy. And I just want to get back. You remember when Slafkovsky started, right? He was also playing. He was also playing in leagues where he was always the big guy.
The big guy, yeah,
right.
Yeah. When he came to Montreal his first season, it was not easy. He got nailed. He got nailed a few times, right?
He seemed like
he looked out a little
easily fall. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. And obviously he adjusted, and he adjusted quickly. But he made it happen, because some players at one point they hit that wall and then they cannot rise from it. No. Unfortunately. So this is the biggest example, and that's where I am a bit worried with Pugachyov, is that. You can talk, but if ever you talk and you put out there that you're going to be able to destroy like some players, Granted.
That's the thing. That's what got me. When you're starting to call out guys like Tom Wilson and you haven't even played the game yet,
Exactly.
touch the ice. Touch the
Exactly.
NHL ice first.
Yeah.
Play a few games, man. Get a good feel because now you've got a target on your back. When you're calling guys like Tom Wilson,
Exactly. And not only that.
Matt Rempe is going to come and find you.
Exactly.
Everyone's going to come and find you.
Exactly.
When Matt Rempe finds you, he's going to be like, what did you say? Come and say that to me now.
Exactly.
You ain't going to say that to Matt.
He's already putting a target on his back.
He is.
Target on his back, and also he's putting pressure on his shoulders, right?
He is.
Because want it or not, he's gonna be targeted, right? Because if I would think that he would have been better. Obviously, if he delivers, everybody's gonna say, you know what, he's got it. But you need to deliver for people to say that and to avoid mostly pressure, especially in Montreal. You know how it is in Montreal. So, but I'm crossing my fingers again, because if ever he's the type of player we're looking for and he's joining the team within the next maybe 2-3 years, and he's physical like he's supposed to, that's going to be very helpful.
And imagine Jack Guy still around when he's there.
Oh, I love that.
That'll be
no one's going to mess with us. You're going to have the sheriff, Jack Guy the sheriff. You're going to have Pugachyov the deputy.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
going to friggin' mess.
And probably Florian is going to be in the lineup as well. So we have a few guys that are able to drop the mitts, physical, one way or the other. The Panthers, we need to shake them off. It's going to be, they're going to be physical, that's for sure. With the Tkachuk brothers and everything, you need a team to be able to cope with these guys, because
they're going to be pests.
This is an all-star team right now.
Yeah, they're going to be pests.
Yeah, anyways, we'll see what's going to happen.
Well, I wouldn't give them too much credit as an all-star team. All-star teams are usually guys with talent. I wouldn't say Brady is I don't see the talent coming out of this team. I know they're aggressive, they're scary, but when I think facing talent, actual talent like the Canadiens, all they can do is scare people.
Yeah. But, playing hockey, sometimes the physical aspect and the intimidation,
I agree. And it's how Montreal can bounce to that. But having seen Montreal play physical against Tampa in the series, and then going on and playing another physical 7-game series, I see how teams can figure out a way to battle against guys.
The odd part is the following. 3 years ago, Florida wins the cup. How do they win it? With intimidation, physical,
against the best player in the world, right?
Exactly. And then 2 years ago, again, same style, same team, struggle, push, whatever. And now people say, "Oh, you know what? We're gonna build our team around how Florida was built, because this is the." And then you have Carolina that comes in, which plays completely a different style.
Completely opposite.
No, just in your face.
Just pure talent and strategy.
Strategy. We play hockey. Do you go more? Because now we know that in the East, we will have Florida, which is the physical team, and Carolina next year, they're still going to be good. So, and you have the talent, hockey, pure hockey team. So which one is going to take over?
Right.
That's interesting. That's really interesting.
Yep.
Anyways, if Montreal, no matter what, Montreal does have to get bigger, right?
They got to work on that.
We can't. I think once we figured out that perfect balance of talent, and
that's why this Pugachyov is interesting.
Yeah,
it's interesting to see how he plays out and how, because he's going to bring in. If we're always complaining about size, he's the answer.
Yeah,
and he doesn't get bigger than that, because you don't want bigger than that. He's skillful at that size.
Yeah, exactly. The thing is that, is he eligible to play next year? I don't know. We're going to see it in the training camp. Obviously, I hope he's going to come. But, if ever he's able to make it, then we have the size guy right away.
You know what's amazing about the way this team is built right now with the contracts and everything? It's like all these players come up. You can visualize in 3 years, because those core players are still going to be there in 3-4 years. So you can visualize his role in 3-4 years.
You're like, oh, Pugachyov, who's he playing? You know who he's playing with.
Exactly.
Because you got these guys signed for 5 years and no one's leaving.
Because in 3-4 years in a team, so much could change, right? So much could change. Right. You can lose your core players, stuff like that. But now for the next at least 4 or 5 years, guaranteed their core players are there, right?
Yeah.
Even if Montreal has a season, I can't see it disrupting their core.
No.
I mean, they would have to fall dead last for the next 5 years.
We got a number 1 draft pick, and boom.
Exactly.
You're back in it.
Yeah,
you still got your core. And you signed them.
Exactly.
It's good.
I don't. It's like how are you setting up for fail? You know, you can't set up to get your first round. What are you going to get? First round draft picks with these guys? It's not happening.
No,
you
it's
can't. So you're going to be on a good track.
Yeah.
So
That's why it's better. You're better off trading your first round pick because you know you're going to finish on the top tiers of the league.
they're really signing. You know, assistant captain, the assistant coach. They're signing in their court. Pugachyov. They went for the size. Why this guy? Why did they draft up for this guy? Why did they sign this assistant coach? They're fine-tuning all their little adjustments
Exactly.
going into the next season. So it's things like this that you got to wonder, why are they wasting their time, their resources on stuff like this? Because, I mean, I'm a Bruins fan, but I'm the first one to say that I've given a lot of trust to where this organization is going in Montreal right now. So little things that they're doing now, I'm paying much more attention to, even as a fan of another team, because I'd be like, what are they doing right? And we got to look at the tools now. In 5 years, it's too late.
Yeah.
Because they'll already be have won and they'll be over us.
Yeah.
And I need to pick up on how they're doing this and how can I fix my team.
And next year is going to be interesting because we all know the East is going to be very strong.
Extremely
They're
strong.
going to be very strong. So we'll see if we're going to be able to stand up to these teams and be able to be competitive, you know.
It's amazing how it flipped recently. Before the West was always the stronger team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now it just flipped. The East is more the stronger team.
Yeah.
Just to bring it back to Pugachyov, we call her baby Yaga. That's from like John Wick, right? He was the boogeyman. That's the boogeyman.
Yes, but I'm going to tell you something. It's not baby.
That's Baba Yaga.
It's Baba Yaga.
Yeah, Baba Yaga.
Yeah, Baba Yaga.
So he's the baby boogeyman. Or
Yeah, exactly.
He's the baby boogeyman.
They say that in Russia, that nickname means that he's a terrifying beast.
You don't know what to expect from him. He's
Exactly.
very
He's, I mean, don't get me wrong. If he does what he's supposed to be doing, we're gonna have a lot of fun next year. That's for sure. Or in 2 years. It all depends if he makes the team this year. I don't know.
most likely 2 years. Yeah.
Because usually first round picks, usually they're it's possible, but I'm not sure.
He's 20s. I think he's gonna play this year. Maybe 2-3 years.